Okay, let's begin.
Yeah.
It is 6 o'clock. Call to order, roll call. It looks like we have everyone except John Poole.
Yeah, he's out of town.
Okay, he didn't contact me, but and who else? Oh, well,
Neither you.
okay, neither one and neither one of them called you, huh?
Nope, 9 years.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Are there any citizen comments? Any citizen comments? It doesn't look like it, so citizen comments are closed. Do any of members of the committee have anything that they would updates, anything like to say? Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, Happy Kwanzaa, happy, yes.
Yeah, actually, so I just want to bring everyone's attention to the notification from Shalom Center and Kenosha Human Development Services that they are in partnership and plan to have the Hope Hub available for every night instead of only cold nights, to see what the real pressing issues of homelessness are in our community.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure everyone saw that.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, that's very good. Good news. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Anything else? Any other updates from the committee? I don't have anything particular to say other than Happy New Year and happy holidays, and hope everyone had a restful time. All right, let's see. Approval of the minutes. Did everyone get a chance to look at the November 3rd minutes? That was the last time we met a couple months ago. Any corrections, additions? No? Do I have a motion to Supervisor, first by Supervisor Kirby, a second by Supervisor Nordigian? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, minutes are approved. Okay, tonight we have a presentation from Heather Vanas on Division of Aging and Disability Services. She is the director, and so Heather, you have the floor.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. Our division's transportation services plays an important role in the community. We provide over 32,000 one-way trips, serving about 4,000 individuals each year. And just kind of put that in perspective, I just want to kind of go over our services and let you know of each of them and how they make the impact to the community. So we have workaround because the TVs aren't working. So the presentation is sent to your email if you would like to follow along.
Yes.
That is it.
Be faster, for me.
Is it in the meeting packet?
No.
No, I just sent the
She
email
just-
2 minutes ago.
So Supervisor Morgan, you received yours.
I'm sorry?
It came through to yours?
Yeah, but I did one of the original ones that you guys sent
Okay.
a week or so ago.
Okay.
Whatever it was, yeah.
Did you get?
I'm not
seeing it
I'm
either.
not seeing it.
Okay, here, if you go back to, what day was that?
The meeting packet?
Meeting packet, yeah.
29. Oh, from
That's it,
Kathy.
12/29,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, transportation services.
I see.
I'll throw it
Okay.
back as a,
The 29.
oh,
Really?
Does that make me old school? Cause I went back to the old one?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
there
all
it is, there it is. Okay, and where is it?
I see it. It's the second
Oh, it's,
attachment.
oh, it's this.
Yeah, yes.
All
right.
No, that's not.
Mark's all proud of himself.
Starting the year off. Okay.
No, there it is. Okay, meeting packet. Let's see, scroll up.
Second attachment.
That's
It's the second attachment.
It's the second one, transportation okay, got it.
We're up to
All
date.
set?
now.
Okay, yeah.
They're all there.
So we'll start on the paratransit slide. City of Kenosha provides a fixed public transportation system. And because they are the public system east of I-94, the American with Disabilities Act mandates them to then provide a paratransit service. So the paratransit service is for individuals who are not able to then ride that fixed route. And the route has to be within a 3/4 mile of any bus route east of I-94. So the Kenosha County, we partner with the city of Kenosha to enhance and expand that service beyond the 3/4 mile of a bus route. So with the paratransit service, it runs the same hours of operation. So it's the 4:55 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, and then Saturday being 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. With the paratransit service, reservations are required a day in advance, and an application has to be submitted. So if an individual is not able to ride that public transportation service, fixed routes, they would complete an application and submit that to the city of Kenosha. The application would have to have a physician sign off and certify that there is a disability or condition that is keeping them from riding that fixed route. Once they submit the application to the city of Kenosha, the application will be processed within 21 days, and then the application would be eligible services for 3 years. So it'd stay on file for 3 years for that rider to then be provided the paratransit service. Starting this year, based on the conclusion of our RFP or request for proposal, so every 5 years, we do have to go out for procurement. We do have a new provider. So Carepool Innovations is the new paratransit provider for the city of Kenosha and the county of Kenosha partnership.
What was the old one?
It was Kenosha Achievement Center.
That's it. That's it.
Mhm. So we're kind of in the throes of it this week, and we've had a few complaints, but nonetheless, it's working the way we envisioned it to work. So they have wheelchair accessible vehicles, and then they also have vehicles that drivers use their own vehicle to provide that door-to-door service. For paratransit service, it is a $4 copay, so the copay hasn't changed. It's still $4 per one-way trip for that service. And then on the slide, it does show then the number that could be called for reservations a day in advance to Carepool. And then next, do you have a question?
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I know, we have fixed transportation here in the city,
Mhm.
and that's why this has to be provided, or this has to be provided anyway. Obviously, we don't have we have the need, but not like it is here west
Mhm.
of the county. So is it the same, because there is no public transportation out there. Is it the same call door to door type thing, or what
Yeah,
happens?
so paratransit is required because the city of Kenosha has KAT or Kenosha Area Transit. And they're the public entity or public transportation service.
Okay.
And the Americans with Disabilities Act then requires, if you're gonna have a public service,
Okay.
then you have to do that comparable service or
Right,
accessible
okay, so
service.
just because the transportation system
Absolutely.
already exists,
Mhm.
this is mandated
Correct,
that you must also have it.
absolutely,
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Thank you.
How many people use this, Dick?
A lot. So we have, for paratransit is our most utilized service. So we probably close about 20,000 trips just for that paratransit service that we had so far through November of 2025.
Wow.
Which then equates to about 2,800 individuals unduplicated. So that is, yes, our most used service out of all of our services for transportation. And again, that could be for if they're trying to get to education purposes, employment, medical. Medical is the most widely used reason, social, shopping, any reason that they need transportation.
Have those numbers gone up over the years?
Not
Ever tracked them?
No, we're kind of around the 87-88% range through November, and we should be around the 91%. So it's trending a little bit lower, but not huge, not a wide range.
That percentage is,
Down a little bit
No,
compared
that's
to
it.
24.
okay, so is there a percentage of the population that they estimate should be used? So you say about 2,800 individuals, individual users approximately,
Correct.
based off of the overall population of about, no, so it's probably about 3% of the population.
Which kind of aligns with the disability
Yeah,
population.
okay, that's what I was wondering, if it aligned with the normal disability.
It's lower. I mean, I think the disability population is around like the 8-9%, but
Right.
it's still,
They don't always need the service that they're, got it, okay, thank you.
and that's just for the paratransit service as well. We have other transportation services that they can utilize.
Mhm.
All right, so we will move on then to volunteer transportation. Volunteer transportation is another option that we have throughout all of Kenosha County. It's solely based on volunteers. So volunteers use their own vehicles to provide transportation trips to individuals 60 and over and individuals that are living with a disability. There's no set hours, so as long as we have a volunteer available that can provide that transportation trip, we would be able to fill that ride. We do work with CAFASI or Kenosha Area Family and Aging to provide that service for us. And roughly they have about 30 volunteers a month that are providing trips to individuals within Kenosha. And we've found too that it's not really just in Kenosha either. So if a volunteer was maybe able to bring someone to an airport in Chicago or Milwaukee, they would be able to fulfill that ride. So fares work a little bit differently with this service. So if the trip is under 5 miles, there's a flat rate of $6. If the trip is 6 miles or more, it's $1 per mile per one-way trip. And individuals are able to say, I want an additional stop. So maybe I don't want to go from A to B. I want to make us an additional stop within that. So they can add additional stops for $2 per additional stop. And again, we do ask for reservations again, but that would be handled through CAFASI. Yes.
Same criteria as the paratransit, they have to submit an application, have to prove their, oh, this is just over 60.
Yep. So
Just anyone over 60.
Yep, 60
Sorry.
or over, and if they have a, or if they have a disability. But no, there is no application
Okay.
for volunteer transportation. We just do a pre-screen. If they fit those requirements and they attest to that, then we take that for their word and then we provide services.
Terrific.
All right, next is our Link Western Kenosha Transportation Service. So this is west of I-94. This is also door-to-door service. So it's not a fixed route. We at one point did have a fixed route before the pandemic. After the pandemic, we did a survey and we stuck to the door-to-door. That was kind of what the community was seeking and needing, and it met the needs of the community. So with Link Western, it's public transportation. So if the general public would like to utilize this transportation service, it's $5 per one-way trip. Otherwise, for older adults and individuals with a disability, it's $3 per one-way trip.
What is an older adult? Is that
60 and
60?
over. Mhm.
She's getting there, man.
Seems a little young to me.
Wow, thanks, Heather.
KC operates this though.
They do. So they still are our provider for our Western service west of the I. Hours would be Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and then Saturday service being from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We do also ask for a 1 day in advance notice for reservations. And if individuals were seeking to use this transportation service, they would reach out to Kenosha Achievement Center to make those reservations. Any questions about Link Western? And we just did rebranding, so this is our new look to
Nice.
Western.
Yeah. nice.
I like it.
Good.
All right, then,
I'm sorry.
yes,
Supervisor Brown, go.
Thank you. Is it only in Kenosha County?
for Western?
Yeah.
Yes, so west of I-94.
So if I wanted to go to Walmart, but I lived in
Silver.
Western, yeah, then I'd have to get to where the bus starts and then,
Yeah, so we can
Wherever.
provide transfers. So if you are west of I-94 and you want to come east, we can provide transfers from our Link service to either the public transportation, which is Kenosha Area Transit, or to our paratransit service, and we would honor those transfers.
thank you.
Do you go,
Go ahead.
can we take that, like if somebody has an appointment, either this or Kafasi or the other one,
Mhm.
can we go to a appointment up at Freighter North, up in Milwaukee? I mean, what
You are
happens when?
transitioning right into my next.
Regional medical, there you go.
You're welcome.
Regional medical, so great, thank you for that again. Regional medical is also a service that we provide. It's not unknown that someone may have a medical appointment outside of Kenosha County. So with our regional medical service, an individual could call our mobility manager and say, hey, I have an appointment in Racine or appointment in Milwaukee. Can you help me get that appointment scheduled? We will either work with Uber Health if they are ambulatory, or we will work with First Care for non-ambulatory individuals to get that ride scheduled and then make sure that they get picked up and get to their appointment on time and then brought back to Kenosha County. So fares, again, will be different with this service just because of the amount of miles and the costs associated with it. So we will ask that riders pay a 20% copay of the total cost of the trip.
Okay.
So if the one-way trip was $100, we would ask them request for a 20% copay for that trip. Which really is,
Very generous.
it is compared to what a private company would.
Yes.
So, again, we're really dependent on the hours and availability. We do have a lot more flexibility using Uber Health because there's more drivers out there and vehicles out there. Even First Care too operates more extended hours. So we can serve more people, and meet the needs person-centered.
Is Uber Health, are these regular Uber drivers
They
or,
are,
and they just focus on?
health appointments,
Health
medical
appointments.
appointments, and a lot of the hospitals use Uber Health as well to schedule the appointments. And so we have an account where we're able just to go in there, our mobility manager is, and schedule that ride. We can get notifications when the driver is when they pick up the rider, when they have dropped off the rider, so we can get real-time updates on it, and so can the rider. All right, and then our mobility management program. So we were just awarded our grant for this program. Our mobility manager is amazing. Really, the goal is to help older adults and people living with a disability to kind of meet their transportation needs and navigate that in the community so they can be as independent as possible. So with mobility management, she can help with travel training. So let's say someone has never rode any of the transportation services in Kenosha. She will go on either public transportation or go with paratransit and ride along with that rider to help them walk through and navigate that whole system. She can also do group travel trainings for businesses, for employers, itinerary planning. So let's say someone says, I need to get from here to Walmart. What's the best way to do that? And how can I achieve that? She will go ahead and do that planning with them to make sure their transportation needs are met. Also, she works with connecting with all of the transportation services that we provide, whether it's paratransit, regional medical, Link, Western, volunteer transportation, regional medical, and making sure that we're kind of working together so we don't have a redundancy of services and we're filling those gaps in the community. And then also helping with advocacy and complaint resolution. So really any transportation needs that someone may have in the community, whether it's a rider or a business, an employer, a companion, she can help and navigate through that with them. Again, she does all of our regional medical rides, but you know, it's a lot of interaction in the community and doing outreach to kind of fill those gaps. Any questions about mobility management? And then lastly, just kind of want to go over the funding and revenue that helps support our services. We applied for 2 federal grants, one being the 5311 PTAP, which helps fund our Western service. And then our 5310 mobility management grant helps solely for our mobility management position, which is a competitive grant that we have to apply for each year. Statewide, we get an 85-21 allocation. That the allocation does cover all of the services. So there's a piece of 85-21 in all of the services that we provide. And then we get a small portion of 85-20 that helps also support our Western Link service. This number, you see City of Kenosha, right? So as we talked about earlier about paratransit, it is the city's obligation to provide that. We do partner with them to provide the enhanced and expanded service, but the majority of those funds are coming from the cities, which is why you see the big amount of percentage wise. And then we also depend on passenger fares that we talked about earlier for all of the services. So collectively, and then with additional levy that fully supports funding and revenue for our services.
Excellent.
Any questions? Yes.
Do you have any brochures on this particularly? Like these programs?
Yes, so we do have separate rack cards that I can provide.
Yeah, if you could get those, I think that that's the kind of thing, like, I know that if I put these out at my church,
Mhm.
they will go, you know, like,
Yeah.
because that is a huge need, you know, and you know, there are a lot of places. Take them to some of my senior centers, you know, this would be really good. So if I could get a nice big stack, that would be.
Absolutely.
Or would it be more helpful if she put it on like a one sheeter so that all of the options were in one sheeter?
If I could have a couple one-sheeters, but then also people need to be able to
Sure,
take something and remember what it was.
Mhm.
Once, some of the tear-offs are great, but then you don't remember what.
Yeah.
What was that for again?
What was that for? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I could have some of those, that way I can kind of disseminate as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would like that as well.
Thank
That's a great idea.
It'd be nice to have electronic versions of them, so like the churches and
Yes.
facilities can push out that information
yeah.
to people, and they would have it
Yeah.
either on their phones, or they can, if they're so inclined, or someplace at home hanging up where they can
Yeah,
make calls. Yeah.
electronic would be good too,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Heather.
Very important.
Appreciate it. Very informative.
Move to adjourn.
Yes. Okay. Guida's happy, excited to adjourn, okay. We have a first by Guida,
Yeah.
Supervisor Brown, and is that a second by you, Sarah? Or
No, Julia.
Julia, second by Supervisor Robinson. All those in favor, say
Aye.
aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.
All right.